All right, I've bought this King Seiko and I'd like to open it. I would like to restore the dial. I would like to see what the machine looks like, service the machine, and I'm going to give the case a gentle buff. If you're not about to restore your watch, you should be wearing the rubber covers on your finger, the thimbles. Now, because I'm going to work on this and restore it, I'll just use my fingers as they are. Normally we would put a piece of plastic here as well, but like I said, this watch is about to be restored. Here's the bezel gap. You'll notice it right there. Typically you can see this at position 6, sometimes at 12. Now we're gonna put this flathead screwdriver just inside that bezel gap right there. Hold it with one hand and I can hear it getting a little hollow sounding, so I think the bezel is starting to lift. It is lifting just a touch. So what we're going to do is give it a little bit more pressure this time. A little more pressure this time. Ah, I heard it. It was very hollow that time, so it did in fact lift. There it is right there. Popped right off. Easy stuff. Then you'll notice there's this rubber gasket under the crystal holder. Be careful when you remove this. Remove it gently and slowly. Make sure we don't tear that gasket because they're very, very special. You can't buy those as a new replacement. They have to be original. Okay, and just in case you're curious, here's what these beautiful gaskets look like right here. Very useful. Okay, let's put that away. Now, what we're looking at here is getting this crown out. And to get the crown out, there's going to be a small button. And the button is going to be located just under the crown. And the button, we're going to push it down and at the same time pull the crown out. Now, to see that button, there might be a little ring around here sometimes. Let's make sure. Okay, I don't see any rings coming out from here. Let me make sure. There it is right there. There is a ring there. Should be a ring there. And this ring, we want to take it out because it exposes that button right there. Let me show you this button a little bit more closely. You'll see the button, it's got that hole in it. I'm going to put the light. There it is right there. Let me zoom you in just a touch. You can see that little lever with the hole in it. Exactly right there. And that, we're going to push down on that button and pull the crown out at the same time. It is a little bit tricky, I'll be honest with you. And before we do this, because I'm going to remove these hands later, I'd like to put these hands in a straight line, maybe not over the date, just a straight line up and down. All right, perfect. Now watch that button pop in and out. You see that button? That's the button that we want to push down, and most vintage Seiko have something extremely similar to that. To do this, we're going to use a small screwdriver, and we're going to push that button down with one hand, one finger here, and at the same time I'm going to pull the crown out with my other hand. Let me try that again. Takes a few tries, to be honest with you. Sometimes I can get it the first try. There it is, right there. And you can see we did not scratch the dial, we did not scratch the case. The next step is to get the machine out, and there's a locking ring that goes around this machine, and you can see it peeking out just right there is that locking ring. And A lot of times people forget to lock these and the dial can fall out. Let's see if that is the case. And in fact, I'm right. Let me show you what that locking ring looks like a little bit more carefully here, a little bit more closely. Here it is. And if it's locked, it's going to be pushed over like this. And you can see it more clearly. When you take that crystal off, you'll see that locking ring, but we didn't see it because it was not locked. Someone left it unlocked. So that's how we get the machine out of a King Seiko. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments.